Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my Fragrance Friday to share with you, and as I promised when I hauled this, I wanted to do a video on this particular set of fragrance. It's the Atelier Cologne Maison de Parfum Paris Perfume Stories. This is the hashtag 7 perfumes for 7 moments. So it comes with this really cool box. I picked this up on Sephora for $30. I'm really finding that I've got so many of these sample sets in my cart. I haven't bit the bullet yet because I know the sale's coming up soon, that I definitely want to purchase to be able to share with you guys. But this is definitely one. This is a house that I have actually enjoyed for a while. One of these fragrances you will see I have not a full bottle because that's bloody expensive, but I do have a sprayer. So hashtag 7 perfumes for 7 moments. And it does come with a little booklet, little booklet here, and it sort of gives, like, you know, stuff and things. So anyway, let's just crack on with that. So we're gonna start with the top and work our way down. Oh, and before I get started, what's on my lips? Sorry. I have a very OG lipstick from Maybelline. I have Warm Me Up number 235 all over my lips, and then on top, yet another OG, also known as original, is Buxom's Dolly Lip Cream. So that is what I have on my lips. All right, so I am going to start from the top and work my way to the bottom here, you guys. So first up, we have Pacific Lime. And this is all looked up. I looked everything up on Sephora. I didn't get a chance to wear a lot of these fragrances yet to tell you about the longevity in that, but except for the one that I know I have, we'll talk about when we get there. So Pacific Lime is a fresh fragrance family. Scent type is fresh citrus and fruits, and keynotes are lime, coconut, and eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is very intriguing. So again, this is Pacific Lime. And there goes my air conditioning. Oh wow. In this house too, Atelier Cologne, they're pretty much advertised as a unisex house as well. So all of these scents are twisted a little bit, so they don't necessarily lean more feminine or masculine, except I will disagree to a couple of them that we will get to. Well, some of them are really strong. So if I can, I will post a full size of the Atelier Cologne Pacific Lime bottle in the screen here. This is just really, really pretty. Definitely the lime. I actually get the eucalyptus as well. Those are two they're punching it out, they're dueling right now. I don't necessarily get the coconut, and that might be on a dry down. But the lime and then the eucalyptus for sure playing quite nicely. It's not a combination I would have thought would have been very nice. But it's bright, it's definitely, oh, and this is hashtag drinks. I guess you put the lime in the coconut and you drink it all up. Anyway, this is quite nice. For me, I do like my citrus notes. I would say this would, on a scale, if you were to go here, one side is, say, more female oriented, one's more male oriented, down the middle is more unisex. I think this leans a little bit more towards the male side. There's maybe it's that eucalyptus note. It's really nice, especially, I could say wearing this on a really hot summer's day would actually be a very good thing. I think that it could be very refreshing and psychosomatic and probably like make you feel like you're 5 degrees cooler than you feel like you are. That kind of thing. All right, next up we have Orange Sanguine, I think is how you would say it. Hashtag sunshine. So Orange Sanguine is a fragrance family of fresh. Scent types of blood orange, the notes are blood orange, bitter orange, jasmine, geranium, amber woods, tonka bean, sandalwood, and the style is zesty, energizing, and playful. So Orange Sanguine. Don't know if I said that right. Oh, definitely the rind of an orange. Like, I love making cranberry, especially this time of year with fresh cranberries, cranberry orange scones or scones with a drizzle of sugar icing on top. It's so good. I should probably make that on my days off. I will make that on my days off. But This is like the rind of an orange, so it's almost on that bitter note. Again, this could definitely cool you down if you are in like the middle of summer and you're just like, oh my gosh, it can't get any hotter. I think this would do well with a humid climate if you live in a humid area. This is really, really, really lovely. I would say, again, on that scale of more female to more male, and then said center is unisex, I'd say right down the middle unisex. I think that any man or woman who likes especially orange would really, really get on well with this. As far as any other notes, I could say maybe the tonka bean. Yeah, initial spray is definitely bitter orange. I'm just waiting to see if it'll change on me. I don't get jasmine, and you guys know if you've been following me lately, I apparently love everything about jasmine. Like every new fragrance I bought had jasmine in it. This is definitely so far between the two that I've shown you guys. This is the one that I would definitely purchase for the summertime. Really, really nice, and it would be very unique in my collection because I don't own anything with orange in it, and I do love a good orange. So really, even after a couple moments here, I'm only really getting the bitter orange. And this could be really blended nicely if you have a vanilla that you enjoy, or a vanilla we'll talk about, because it could be like an orange creamsicle, because that is delicious. All right, next up is Rose ANONYME #Bay, which is this one right here. And this one is described as, the notes are bergamot, ginger, Turkish rose essence, Turkish rose absolute, incense, velvet oud, patchouli, papyrus, and bengoin. Style, breathtaking, mysterious, and exhilarating. All right, so it's a bit much for my liking. This leans very strong. Ooh, damn. There's definitely, I think I'm getting the incense and the patchouli are battling it out to win the scent category. I do get a little bit of that Turkish rose. I'm just going to try to let it dry down a little bit on this piece of paper. I think that the dry down is mainly the rose and rose essence and the rose absolute. But the initial spray would be really, really tough for me to get over. It's strong. I think that's the best way I can put it. Oh, okay, I'm starting to get the oud, which is like a wood, like a earthy wood type scent, but so is patchouli. But patchouli for some can be very dirty leaning. I don't necessarily get dirty, but this is heavy. Honestly, I could see this being more, again, on that scale of female to male. Middle, again, is unisex. I'd say that this is more leaning towards the male end of the spectrum. Very masculine scent and very typical of what I would smell in a men's fragrance. And maybe, I know a lot of men's fragrances have a lavender in it, so maybe if you took out the rose in this one and added the lavender to it, this would be 100% a male's fragrance. That's probably out there 20 times over. So that one is Rose ANONYME. Not for me. Definitely the least favorite of the three that I've showed you so far. All right, the next one, I'm going to grab paper, is Clementine, California, and it's the one in the yellow here. And this one is described as notes are clementine, mandarin, juniper berries, star anise, Szechuan pepper, basilica, vetiver, sandalwood, and cypress. And the style is fruity, green, and sweet. Well, we'll see about that. So Clementine, California is #road trip. When I think, before I spray this, when I think of road trip, I think, okay, really yummy scents, like maybe a gourmet, kind of gourmand scent, like kind of yummy. I guess road trips maybe in the summer, of course, so maybe be more of a citrusy type scent. You would not want to be in a car with a fragrance that is like the one I just showed you. That would just be choke you out. Like seriously, I would have a tough time with headaches and stuff like that in a closed space. But let's see if this one is any better. Ooh, this is lovely. This is actually, Oh, I like this one. I actually think I like the Clementine, California more than the Orange Sanguine. Because I don't think that this one here, this is the Clementine, California, I don't think I'd have to blend it with anything to get it to what I want it to be. I think this is just perfect the way it is. Fruity and sweet. You know, actually this would be a good road trip scent because it is light and airy, fruity. Most road trips are in the summer, of course, with the windows down or the air conditioning on. This is really, really lovely. As far as the scale of male to female, I'm actually going to say it is ever so slightly into more of the female side than the right down in the middle, which is the unisex. This is really good. So far, if I were to purchase one of the ones that we've talked about, it would be Clementine, California. Really like that. I will say for the most part too, and you can probably do a YouTube search for this particular house, you will find that a lot of people say that the longevity just isn't there. Like a lot of the, not all of the scents, but many of the scents are kind of, they're a cologne base, so they're not like eau de parfum or anything like that. So a lot of people will find that this is more like it says eau de cologne, like a cologne, but it performs a typical eau de toilette. So it's strong at first and maybe get 4 hours on most of these. But again, we will get to the one that we're going to get to it right now. The one that I have actually and it's not much of a larger size because these are expensive. Okay, so the next one is Vanille INSESEE. But anyway, and this is hashtag about last night. All right, walk of shame. What? Oh, you guys already know I love this one because I bought this in thank goodness, it's a spray, thank goodness. I despise rollerballs, and dabbers are even worse, but this is gorgeous. And this is what I was saying, that you could probably pair this up with that orange sanguine and get kind of a really intense, sensual orange creamsicle type scent. And so again, you guys, you know I love this one. I will say this again, it's one of my favorite vanilla scents that I own, that I've smelt. I tend to use this, I have this leaning more towards winter. The notes in it, which we'll get to now because I'm so lame and didn't get there. Notes are lime, CEDRE, coriander, jasmine, of course, a vetiver, oak moss, vanilla, oak wood, and amber. Style is magical, evocative, and electric. Well, you guys, this is actually a beautiful, right down the middle unisex scent. There is a sweetness of vanilla. It's not as sweet as my Kayali, but it is beautiful. It's got like that, not that there's sandalwood, but there is a oak wood. The oak moss, the oak wood. But the way that they blended this vanilla is top notch. I would hesitate to say that this might be one of their top scents because it also is right down the middle, unisex as well. I can see many women enjoying this and many men wanting to smell like this, especially for their partners. Oh, this is so good, you guys. So clearly, I love this. So that is the Vanille INSESEE, you know, and that is again hashtag about last night. All right, next up we have the last two. We have MUSC IMPERIAL hashtag rooftop life. Okay, so we're gonna. All right, so this one here, fragrance family is fresh. Scent type is fresh aquatic. Keynotes are clary sage, bergamot, and white musk. Now, I will preface this by stating I'm not a big fan of sage in wax, like home fragrance, as well as perfume or cologne. On that scale of female to male, where middle is the unisex, I'm going to go all the way to the other end and say it's a male fragrance. And again, if you're a female and you wear this, that's beautiful, that's awesome. I get a minty, and I grew up with tons of juniper bushes where I lived. So I'm very familiar with juniper, the smell of junipers, and that this is like a juniper berry bush, and there's a minty note to this, and it doesn't have mint in the description at all, and that just, it may just be how it was created and sort of made a kind of a minty scent. It smells like juniper berries with a kick of like a eucalyptus or something. I am not a fan of this, and definitely, like I said, it leans for me and my nose. My opinion would be all the way over to the guys, the masculine side of things. Not my favorite. So again, that one was a MUSC IMPERIAL hashtag rooftop life. The last but certainly not least is CEDRE Atlas, which is hashtag weekend vibes. All right. Okay, so this one here is described as fragrance family is earthy and woody. Scent type is citrus and woods, and keynotes is lemon, cedarwood, and papyrus. I like this one a heck of a lot more than the one we just talked about. Oh, this is lovely. It does, it's a bit pungent at first, a little, not vinegar, but that reaction you might get when you breathe in vinegar. You're like, it kind of takes your breath away at first. I actually I would consider this for Nelson. I think this is lovely. On a scale of, like, again, what we're talking about, I'd say it's halfway between unisex and like strongly masculine. This smells really good. And girls, if like, or girls, guys, whatever, if you guys have a significant other that you like to wear their shirt and things like that, you know, from time to time, or a hoodie or something, this is, I can sort of tell that this would stay around for a really, really long time and remind you of that person. This is lovely. I think of all the fragrances that were leaning more masculine, this is my favorite. Of course, the vanilla, the Vanille INSESEE is my favorite for the females, but a favorite that I didn't realize I like two other ones for sure. Orange Sanguine, which would be good with something I already have, which is the vanilla. But I think if I were to purchase another one of these right here, because I'm trying to purchase small amount, like small bottles, right? Because I have a collection which we will talk about down the road, I'm sure, soon. I would definitely also pick up the Clementine California, which was lovely. So you guys, this is a great set to try out. Sephora, especially Sephora, has so many of them, and I know the sale's got to be coming sometime, I want to say November. Generally, they do a big sale. Like, I'm a Rouge member, so I'll get 20% off. And trust me, when I say my cart has a lot of stuff in it that I'm waiting for that 20% off. But hashtag 7 perfumes for 7 moments. This is not all of the different scents that they have in this range, but clearly they've picked out probably their top 7 of their fragrances, perhaps. I've found a couple new ones that I definitely want to pick up and that would be unique to my collection. Yeah, so you guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. Willow says hi in her like sleepiness. As always, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.